welcome back to my kooky kitchen. I got a mess of ingredients here today, and I had to make my own mustard powder. Basically, I just put the seeds in there and ground it up. I had to do the same thing with dried minced garlic because I didn't have any garlic powder. And what's all this for, you ask? Good question. Today, I'm going to try to make my own shake and bake. I love the barbecue one on pork chops. I'm going to try to make a barbecue one, a ranch, and an onion flavored. And my chicken is thawing out in the fridge. I'm going to turn my oven on and get it preheating. I'm going to get my ingredients in order so we can go through how we're going to do this. All right, first, I don't know if you can read the ingredients. I can barely read them. We have sugar, flour, things I can't pronounce probably, salt, tomatoes. Oh, I can't even see this. Paprika, onion, garlic. I'm not adding any high fructose corn syrup. All right, so that's kind of what the barbecued shake and bake has. I have one package left, so I'm going to try to make my own. Remember, I had made a bunch of breadcrumbs. So I had all that bread, so this is going to be a good opportunity for me to use some breadcrumbs. When we had our Korean Thanksgiving meal, we used panko. We have panko left that needs to be used up. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to put a half a cup of each in my little jars. Next, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of flour in each jar. So now this is where the ingredients are, or the recipe is going to get a little bit different. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of the ranch seasoning, a teaspoon of the garlic, and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And that's going to be for our crispy ranch shake and bake. All right, let me get that done. Here's our ranch mix. And I'm just going to shake it up in this old paste jar. Get it mixed real well. That's it. That's all I'm doing. All right, now we're going to move on to the next one. All right, I've got the stuff for the barbecue shake and bake. So to my jar, I am going to add a tablespoon of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of paprika, a teaspoon of mustard, which I had to grind. I have some left in there. A teaspoon of garlic, onion powder, a half teaspoon of cumin. Did I miss a paprika? 2 teaspoons, sorry. And a half a teaspoon of salt. I think I might have said paprika twice. So I'm going to get this all measured in my jar. You do have to, that little bit I showed you shaking the other jar, it doesn't mix all the way. So just make sure you shake your jar and roll it all around so it mixes really good. If you want to put it in a bowl and mix it by hand, you can do that as well. Moving right along to our last one, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of the Lipton onion soup and dip mix, I guess is what it's called. Let's start with 2 pieces of chicken and our ranch flavor mix. I got a 1/4 cup in here. I'm going to see if that will cover the chicken to start with. If not, we'll have to add more. Okay, I just toss this around, and there's a little bit left in there, the corner there. So I'll give it another good shake to get it to stick. I also forgot to tell you, I put just a little bit of oil in here, just the cap full, and there's still oil left, so I could probably use it for a couple more, but you want to get that coating to stick. So very little oil, but it's going to help it stick and help it get crispy. We've got our ranch, our barbecue, and our onion flavored. The mix really kind of acts like the shake and bake does that you buy, in the way that it coats. I'm wondering if maybe if I didn't add the flour, if it would stick better. This is my first attempt. I've read many recipes, and there's so many different ways people do it. But these are going to go in the oven at 400 for about 45 minutes because they're thighs and legs all bone in. All right, our shake and bake is done. I guess they had cooked about 30 minutes, and I flipped them over. The rest of the crumbs of my shake and bake, I put on the top. Those bits and pieces started to burn a little bit. Plus, I was hoping all sides would get crispy. So let me flip them back over and see if the other side is still crispy. All right, it did cause a couple of them to lose some of the topping, but that's okay. So I'm gonna let them cool and then we're gonna give them a try. Sorry, I forgot to hit record and I did taste this one chicken leg here a little bit. Nope, Atka, get out of the kitchen. I don't know if I can. Does not taste like shake and bake barbecue at all. Not nearly enough flavor. I'm gonna go. I wanted to taste the barbecue one first because that's my favorite, right? Not enough seasoning at all. I do have some barbecue rub that I think we bought on sale that I could probably add to it to add that barbecue flavor, but I really want to figure out how to get it in there myself. Let's move on to the next one. And this is our ranch. Again, this literally tastes like just regular shake and bake to me. So far, all of them taste like that. Let's go for the Lipton onion soup. Overall, it's good, but you can't really taste the ranch, the Lipton onion, and this definitely is not like the barbecue. So I'm going to keep playing with our mix to see how it does, if I can get it there. The ranch and the Lipton onion, maybe I need to put just more of that seasoning in there. Someday I hope to be able to make my own of those, but right now I have boxes that need to be used. And then the next thing, I'm going to take the thighs and I'm going to put them in a freezer mill. I'm going to see how well they freeze and what that coating tastes like after it gets rewarmed in a microwave. Because I don't have anything that I can put it in that we could put it back in the oven. So let me get these in their TV trays or dinner trays and get them in the freezer, and we'll be back tomorrow when Kyle's home, and then he can taste test for you as well. All right, time to see if freezing our homemade shake and bake chicken and then warming it back up in the microwave works, or does it get soggy? I really just want to put this in the air fryer, but I'm not going to, because this tray is plastic, it will melt. My son doesn't know that he's taste testing, so I'll see if I can get him in here. But I'm going to start this on 3 minutes and see where we're at. Here we are at 3 minutes. My guess is in the center it's still frozen, but the crust doesn't really seem to be that bad, or the coating. So let's put it in another 3 minutes. This is 6 minutes. A lot of steam. And the one thing I keep forgetting to tell you when I do these little one-person meals for the freezer is that if I was going to store this for longer than a couple of days in the freezer, I would actually put saran wrap down and then put the lid on it, freeze it. So to try to get as much air out of it as possible so it lasts as long as possible in the freezer. Now, time to taste test if it's not too hot. Okay, so Kyle says that maybe I should have done the 3 minutes and then maybe 1 minute more, just to kind of see if we really needed a full 3 minutes. But these are pretty hot, so I've kind of cut into them to try to let them cool. This has some of the coating on there, so I'm going to try it. The coating actually stood up to the microwaving, but I think I did reheat it a little bit too long. But never fear, I'm making more tonight. Let me get a little piece again with... Same thing. The coating stood up very well to the microwaving. I probably could have cut back to 1 or 2 minutes more. But still, the seasoning is just... there is no seasoning. It is just like regular shake and bake to me. I'll have Kyle test it here in a minute. I was using my fingers because I thought it would be easier to tear a little piece off. But that is still pretty hot. All right. Now my barbecue one, it does have a little flavor of barbecue today. That's interesting. Not nearly enough though.
Yeah, that one has no seasoning to me.
So just like me, Kyle says no seasoning. It really just has the texture and flavor of regular shake and bake. And if I'm going to fry chicken, I'm not using shake and bake. I'm going to fry it. Get on that, yeah, make sure you get some of that. Because today it tastes a little bit more barbecuey than it did the first day.
It has a hint of barbecue.
Okay. So that's the only one that really changed. I am going to redo... I shouldn't say redo. I'm going to cook more chicken tonight. I have poured the rest of the, oh my gosh, ranch seasoning. The rest of that packet I used, I put all of it in the jar. Same with the Lipton onion soup. I added 2 tablespoons of a barbecue rub that I had. I'm going to do the exact same process. I'm going to get them baked off when it gets closer to dinner. And then we're going to taste test those in the end to see if that much more seasoning is going to help the overall flavor. So I'll see you tonight when we do that. And we are now on round 2 of homemade shake and bake. The first round didn't have much seasoning, so we're going to try the second round. And do you want to taste first?
Sure.
All right. So this is ranch. Now what I did differently to get more coating on this is, first of all, I dried off the kitchen before lightly coating it with a little bit of oil. And then when I put it in the crumbs, I let it sit until the crumbs got a little bit wet, so it stuck to the chicken a lot better.
A lot more flavor.
Can you taste ranch? Okay. Well, we'll let you taste and then I'll taste. Okay, so this is the barbecue, and this is the one I really want to turn out.
A lot more flavor.
Yay! All right, and then the last one is the onion. And that very last one over there is actually a combination of all the crumbs left over.
I like that flavor, actually.
All right, okay. My turn. That's not working.
Get it.
That's not going to give me any of the... But actually, I still got the flavor. Yes, that 2 tablespoons more ranch dressing mix really made a difference. Let me try my barbecue. Our dog starts me thinking that he gets to have food.
Much better barbecue flavor.
A lot closer to the shake and bake barbecue that I put on the pork, right? So I remember what I did differently was when I put the, actually I did not put them in a bag and shake them. I put them in a bowl, rolled them in the crumbs and kind of pressed them on. I don't know if you can see my hand. And then I let it set for just a minute so it would kind of get stuck to that oil. All right, and this is the onion one. I doubt that we're going to freeze this because this is probably dinner tonight.
This will all disappear.
That is good. Boy. For my second attempt, it really did turn out well. And that is the end of our homemade shake and bake. Thanks for spending time with us. Give us a thumbs up. Help us get our channel out there to everybody. Subscribe so you can see the next kooky thing we do. Share with your family and friends. Comment below and tell me, do you make your own shake and bake? And how do you do it? What am I doing differently than what you do that can make mine better? Thanks for spending time on this, and we'll see you next time here at the Kooky Kitchen.